Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 3 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Currituck County where police are releasing information about a chase that happened after a vehicle break-in. Currituck County deputies say it began with a break-in at a Royal Farms convenience store. After getting a description, deputies say they tried to stop a car on Highway 158. A chase began and it ended when the suspect drove into spike strips and hit a cruiser in the Starbucks parking lot. Now, deputies say John Power of Southern Shores then ran from his car but was quickly captured. The 27-year-old man was charged with the following: felony breaking and entering a motor vehicle, felony larceny, felony flee to elude arrest in a motor vehicle, misdemeanor reckless driving to endanger and wanton disregard, misdemeanor speeding, driving while license revoked, failure to maintain lane control, unsafe lane change, failure to obey traffic control device. Now, Power was given a $75,000 secured bond and is being held at the Currituck County Detention Center. His car was seized due to North Carolina's run and done law. And now we turn our attention to the Charters of Freedom that was unveiled today in Greene County. This is big news given that 250th anniversary of the country is coming up. So crowds gathered in Snow Hill for the unveiling of the Charters of Freedom. With an unveiling and welcome from the museum leaders, replicas of the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and the Bill of Rights were revealed. Veterans stood proudly and community members leaned in close to see the pages that symbolize America's promise of freedom and democracy. Greene County Museum President George Mewborn said, quote, "I want this to be our culture corner, our history corner in Snow Hill, where people can come and visit the Charters of Freedom and then see what's going on in the museum," end quote. Now, the Charters of Freedom exhibit is now open at the Greene County Museum, a chance for neighbors, students, and families to connect with America's past right here in the heart of Greene County. And sticking with the theme of very important documents to America's history, the Constitution was unveiled in full at our nation's capital. NBC's Tom Costello has more on the special occurrence.
Inside the rotunda of the National Archives Museum, history on full display.
We the people is us. It's me, it's you.
For the first time ever, the complete United States Constitution and every amendment is out for visitors to get an up-close look at the work of America's founding fathers.
This Constitution's a mess.
So it needs amendments.
It's full of contradictions.
So is independence.
The new temporary exhibit includes the rarely displayed fifth page, signed by the man who became America's first president.
You can come here, look at George Washington's signature. He was the president of the convention.
That instruction for states on how to ratify the Constitution now sits in elaborate and very heavy airproof glass displays.
The idea is that this will preserve the document for 100 years.
Also now enclosed for the public to view, the 11th through 27th Amendments, which include topics like voting rights, equal protections for citizens, and the abolition of slavery.
The Constitution wasn't written for me, but I'm in the Constitution now.
Shirley Westbrook brought her grandson Rodney to the archives for the first time on Tuesday.
You can't learn it all of it in the classroom.
And that's exactly what the team at the archives is hoping visitors will take away.
It shows that our country is evolving, and it shows that these are living documents that are still relevant to our country today.
The two-week exhibit comes at a time of hyperpolarization when some may think America is more divided than united.
Given everything that's happening in our country right now and the political climate, having a direct personal connection to this document is really important to me to understand what it means and just to be in the presence of really the foundation of this country and what our democracy is.
All of it as the United States prepares for a major milestone next July, marking 250 years since the Declaration of Independence. A nationwide celebration with fireworks, sporting events, and a massive festival on the National Mall. For now, back inside the archives, an important history lesson for visitors of all ages.
This is what got it going. This is what kicked it off.
I'm really glad that we got to see it because that's a real big piece of history and that we should all learn about.
And again, that was Tom Costello reporting. We now turn to your weather forecast. Today has been a little gloomy for some, very sunny for others, and that discrepancy has led to a widespread of air temperatures across eastern North Carolina today. Those of you watching closer to the Virginia line right now in the low to mid 60s, where those of you watching closer to the Crystal Coast right now are in the upper 70s, some even in the low 80s. Let's take a look at what we've got outside right now. Again, cloud cover showing back up over New Bern, but central Craven County was able to make it all the way up to 79 degrees. May get a touch warmer. Feels like 80 when, again, you factor in the dew points, which actually right now are relatively low. Upper 50 dew points is very nice considering the time of year. Usually those come around in October, but you know, here we are mid-September. We'll take it. Westerly wind right now blowing in at about 10 miles an hour. And again, we'll see more of the blue skies coming up tomorrow throughout eastern North Carolina than, of course, what we've seen today. Morehead City has really enjoyed the sunshine today. They really broke out under the sun at around 10 a.m. earlier today. And, well, we've seen that sunshine stick around in Morehead City throughout the day. And that's not just Morehead City. That's just about the entirety of the Crystal Coast. 77 degrees right now, comes with a southwesterly wind at 16 miles an hour. Right now feels like 79. Now rain showers, not seeing much, but we can't say it's completely dry. We do have a few light drops coming down across Bertie, Northampton, and Halifax counties. Not a lot of rain, but there is certainly some present. Now again, taking a look at your air temperatures, 63 degrees in Roanoke Rapids, 82 in Kenansville and Jacksonville. That is a 19 degrees spread. Now I know we said our high today was likely going to be in the mid 70s, and we're looking at this, it's very much an average temperature throughout eastern North Carolina. But you know, if you're watching in Jacksonville, you're saying mid 70s. We blew past that earlier today at around 10 a.m. Those of you watching in Ahoskie are saying mid 70s. We'll try 10 degrees cooler. It has not warmed up. And this is all a function of the cloud cover that's been present over eastern North Carolina. Now, compared to yesterday, most areas are reporting a little bit more warmth, or a lot more warmth than what we had over 24 hours. The biggest gains there across Duplin and Onslow counties, that's largely due to the sunshine. We still maintain more of a west-northwesterly breeze across the east. Right now, generally coming in at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. A few areas are seeing some stronger wind speeds, but nothing, again, that's really going to impact your forecast through the rest of the night, at least not in a noticeable fashion. That area of high pressure is going to do us a lot of favors, especially if you like, well, sunshine and calmer winds. That's exactly what that high pressure system is going to be bringing in. Do note that we do have that cold front trailing the high pressure system. That will likely be with us coming in on Sunday. So it's not going to be completely sunny for the entirety of the weekend, but it will be completely sunny for Friday and Saturday. So good news there. Now we do need to focus on the tropics. We've got Tropical Storm Gabrielle in the middle of the Atlantic. Right now has maximum sustained winds of 45 miles an hour, gusts up to 60 miles an hour, and pressure right now holding at 1,006 millibars. Moving northwesterly at around 22 miles an hour. It's a system that's heading towards Bermuda. Good news for us in that we will largely miss out on any sort of rain and wind threat if this track, of course, holds. But we may end up seeing some higher surf along our beaches, higher rip current threats starting on Monday, possibly lasting through Tuesday as well as Wednesday. But this is certainly not a system that we are going to need to batten down the hatches for. This is not a rain or wind event for eastern North Carolina, just some rough surf along the coast. 78 degrees coming up on Monday after 81 degrees on Sunday, but it's Friday and Saturday if you're looking for the heat. That's where you should go. 87 tomorrow, or excuse me, not tomorrow. Thursday's tomorrow. 82 tomorrow, 87 on Friday, 86 on Saturday. And again, Friday and Saturday looking mostly sunny. Slim chance of rain rolling in late Saturday evening. More of those showers again will be present over the east coming up for Sunday and Monday as that cold front rolls in. Well, that's all we have time for today's 3 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, hope you all have a fantastic Wednesday.